Have you ever thought, if I just had more self-confidence, if I was just more sure of myself and my abilities, I know I could be successful? Discover how to replace your fears and doubts with a powerful self-confidence that will allow you to achieve your dreams and goals. An excellent way to feed the mind with material for positive thinking is to commit to memory some of the sayings of great people and to ponder them at leisure. This assists in establishing a standard of truth and at the same time feeds the mind with many nourishing and useful thoughts. Here are some examples. The confidence which we have in ourselves gives birth to much of that which we have in others. La Rochefoucauld. 'Tis better to have loved and lost than to never have loved at all. Tennyson. He who has once been very foolish will at no other time be very wise. Montaigne. Nothing is said nowadays that has not been said before. Terence. He must necessarily fear many whom many fear. Seneca. Courage in danger is half the battle. Plautus. The multitude is always in the wrong. Dillon. Thought once awakened does not again slumber. Carlyle. Second thoughts, they say, are best. Dryden. There is a tide in the affairs of men which, taken at the flood, leads on to fortune. Omitted, all the voyage of their life is bound in shallows and in miseries. Shakespeare. A source of inspiration to one who would cultivate self-confidence is that of mingling with self-confident people. We grow to be like those with whom we associate. Human society is the great leveler, taking man out of himself and teaching him the power of sympathy and unselfishness. Man was not made to live alone, and it is only in some form of service to others that he attains the truest greatness. Confidence is marked by composure, fear by haste. It is the sum of a man's habits that determines what he is. Few people realize the difference between the thought habits of a fearful man and those of who one is self-confident. Some men devote all their lives to little things and wonder why they never achieve anything worthwhile. It is as though a man should content himself with conducting a peanut stand when all the while he might be a great lawyer. Self-imposed limitation, a wrong idea of values, or a narrow and perverted view of life holds many a man in bondage who might be scaling the heights. It is said that there are still businessmen who use the backs of old envelopes for scribbling paper, while writing pads may be bought cheaply. Every man is more or less conscious, at the close of the day, of duties unfulfilled, of work neglected, or of opportunities lost. He realizes sometimes how much more he might have done. He may well ask himself the cause of these repeated failures. Is it lack of will? Is it want of energy, definiteness, or initiative? If he would take conscious possession of the powers within him, all these faculties might quickly be developed. It is not surprising that men fall so far short of their ideal when they make so little effort to attain it. Here is a simple, proven, step-by-step plan that will allow you to achieve the self-confidence you have always dreamed of having in as little as 31 short days. So, by means of systematic self-culture, patiently and persistently building one stone at a time, there at length emerges a strong, magnetic, self-confident personality. These foundation stones are as follows: poise, optimism, wisdom, earnestness, realization, patience, deliberateness, faith, unselfishness, promptitude, health, silence, self-confidence, sincerity, concentration, love, power, temperance, sympathy, geniality, truth, speech, duty, purity, definiteness, integrity, enthusiasm, justice, tact, imagination, personality,